Hello guys, today we're looking at iterable objects in Python. Iterable objects in Python. Now, what are iterable objects? Iterable objects are objects that help us hold multiple data types. Okay, and we use the index location and the key points to access this information. All right, so now we are going to be looking at the examples of iterable objects. So the first one we're going to look at is tuple. Okay, which I listed here. So tuple, how do we know tuple? It is denoted using the normal bracket. They cannot be changed. They can be accessed using the index location. So now let's create a tuple. I'll say info is equals to, so using the normal brackets, I'm going to write random information. Okay, so when I do this now and I run info, we have the informations present. Okay, now if I want to check how many data types we have present in our tuple, we can use the length function. So I'll say print the length and I pass in the variable tuple, and if I run this now, okay, syntax error. Okay, now so we have 5, so there are 5 informations present in our info. Now if we want to generate one after the other, we can use what we call the index. So the first one we're going to look at now is the forward index. So I call the variable. So the index starts with 0. So let's say I want to get 67.9. I'll start counting 0, 1, 2. So using the square bracket, if I run this now, we have our information. Then for the backward index, we use -1. It starts from -1. So if I want to get the same 69.7, I'll start counting -1, -2, -3. So I'll say info -3. Okay, so that's for indexing, just giving us one value. If we want to have more than one value, we use what we call forward range index. So I'll say info, I want to have from 23 to 67.9. So I'll say 0, which is the first index, semicolon, 0, 1, 2. So if I use 2, it's not going to capture 67.9. Rather, I'm going to make it 3. Okay, because if I use 2, we're not going to have 67.9. Then to do the backward index now, it's going to be different. We say the info, square bracket, I want to generate from John to 69. So -1, -2, -3. Okay, so if I do the -3, I use a column and square bracket, meaning give us all the information. Okay, so to do that, when I run this now, it's going to give me John through 69.7. Reason being why is that if I use from -1 here, we are not going to get John present. So you see, so I have to remove this and run this, so we have John attached in our information. Then also, if we want to check if an information is present, okay, we use the in operator. So to do that, I'll say print info print. Let's say we want to check if a number is present. We have 56. We want to ask the kernel if 56 is present in info. So if I run this, you can see it's giving me true, meaning it is present. Now the next one we want to look at now is the list. The list is also an iterable object. It's denoted using the square bracket. It can be changed and it can also be accessed using the same index location. So I'll create a list, call it names. Okay, so when I run this now, Okay, I'm going to use the print function to print the names. Okay, so it's showing. So also to check the length, the same thing. So the same method applies to lists. So you see we have 4 information present. So you can also use the same index location for lists. So I want to just get the first information, that's Peter, use 0. Okay, remember forward 0, backward -1. Okay, so the same thing also still applies for the forward index, the range. So I was able to get Daniel and Peter and Daniel. For backward also, we also use the same thing. So we're going to use the same information, -3. So to get the Jack, Daniel, John, Jack, and Daniel. So also to check for information if it's present, okay, it's giving us true because it is present. Then to add, remember we say it is changeable. So to add, we just call names dot append, and let's say we add Ben. Okay, if I use the print function here, we're going to have double Ben because I have run it before, but we didn't see the outcome. So that's why we're having double Ben. But if you run it once and use the print function, it's going to give you once. Okay, if you want to add a list now to a list, because any information more than one value is a list. Okay, saying incomplete inputs. Okay, all right, so if I run this now, none. Okay, let me remove the print function. So you can see we have it twice because we ran the equation twice and it worked, but due to the error we had the first time, that's why we're having more than one Ben. Okay, now let's say we want to remove this information. I can just copy this, paste, and to remove, I'll change this to remove. So if I run this now, okay, I can remove more than one. So I'll remove this. So you can see I've removed one Jew already. So we have come to the end of the lecture. I hope you're able to understand what's the iterable objects, the list, how to index them, and how to check if they are present.